What a well-timed slurp of water there, Nacho.
Hello.
Hi out there. Hey, everybody. 4,000 people.
Yeah, the four is like it's 4K actually. You need to
Yeah, this is the new running thing where we have 4,000 people or 5,000 people or 3,000 people as we currently do at the moment.
Yeah.
Well, welcome everybody.
Hey.
Welcome to Call Time with Double XL.
Yes, we are, and with our guest tonight, Matilde. So it's almost
it's
almost
with grill
talk, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to say. Exactly. It's Call Time with Grill Talk.
I'm just here underneath my little blanket.
Yeah, very cozy.
Very cozy.
Yeah, you guys like all dressed in black and like also with yellow, so very much in tune with the colors of the show. So thank you guys for thinking of the aesthetics of the show.
And we want to give already a shout out. Love to see the comments so fast. Hi.
Yeah, first comment. Like right off the bat. First comment.
Surprised it didn't just say first.
Yeah, you know.
Right.
It's an honor to be here again. I mean, second time being a guest on the show. That's quite exciting for me.
Being, I guess, an in-person guest.
That's right.
To a virtual show.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm already interrupting you guys, so I'll let you do the intro.
Oh, you're stopping our flow, our traditional flow.
I got Nacho. I'm sorry, Matthew. That was really rude. I can't remember what we were talking about now.
Yeah, well, I guess
I can remember what we were talking about.
Yeah.
It's call time. It's call time.
Oh yeah, right. It's that time.
Right.
It's call time.
It's time where it's for calls, and it's with Double XL, but it's with Grill Talk. That's what you interrupted, right?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. You interrupted the fact that we usually explain at this point of the show that this is call time, and this is a show that wherever you're watching, you can call us and be part of the show. Yeah, you can go to the links to the comments section. And there's going to be a comment by the Comedy Cafe Berlin and a link there to join our studio where you can turn off your camera and just call and talk to us about a topic that we will have in mind for today. So that's usually how the show goes. That's the process. So yeah, feel free. We'd love to talk to everybody. If you know us, if you don't know us, even better. So yeah.
Yeah. And I guess we can catch up a little bit, see how we're all doing. Nacho, it looks nice and sunny.
No, not today. Today's been raining. Thanks for asking. But there's a bunch of glare, I guess. So there is a sun behind the clouds. Yeah. But yesterday was sunny and it was pretty nice. It was like 20 degrees. So. Nice. So yeah, it's nice. How's the weather there, Trevor? Because that's what people want to know.
Yeah, I just stop me whenever you feel like I'm bored or anything like that. But today was one of those days, right, Monty, where
it just one of those days.
It's one of those days where the weather, it's really nice, and then it's kind of not nice. And
wow, okay, great.
It's kind of a cheating liar of a weather, you see the sun, you see the sky, you think, wow, I'll be fine. Mm-hmm. And then next thing you know, it's, you're freezing and sad.
Wow.
And
crazy weather. Okay, yeah, that's what we call crazy weather. So to the 9,000 people that are watching right now,
crazy weather.
This show is not about crazy weather. This is a show that's call time where you can call and chat with us. And we have a topic that is not crazy weather. I know you guys love hearing about the weather. I know the fans of our show love hearing about the weathers in the two places we're in. But we're going to stop that. Just keep the reins on it. And we'll introduce the topic of the show for tonight or today, wherever you are.
Yeah, so I don't know if anyone is aware of this, but it's a pretty big day in Hollywood for any of us film buffs out there. It's the day where everyone's checking the news all the time. Thank you, Nacho, for bringing up tonight's topic of honorable mentions because it's Oscar night, right?
did you guys think, I mean, in choosing this topic, did you think about the fact that only one of the three of us is a movie buff, and Nacho and I have notoriously not seen anything?
I hope that comes up.
Okay.
I was hoping somebody would bring that up, and I was hoping that that comes up with the example that I had for honorable mentions. Sorry, I'm laughing at myself.
Yeah, you most certainly are. So tonight it's the Oscars. It's the biggest night of the year for a cinephile such as myself. And I actually, to be honest, I think this might be the year that I've seen the least number of the films that are nominated for Oscars. And I don't know why I felt like I need to say "to be honest" as if there weren't some massive extenuating circumstances that would explain why I haven't seen most of the films nominated for the Oscars.
I mean, you could have tried.
Yeah.
What extenuating circumstances is that? For my extenuating circumstances is that all the movies seem very depressing. So that's the reason why I haven't watched most of the Oscar movies.
You famously pretty much only watch movies on airplanes, and you haven't taken many airplanes, I imagine.
That is true. That is true.
I forget how similar Nacho and I are when it comes to that. Because on an airplane, I'll watch a movie. But like in daily life, like I never get home at night and think to myself, "Ooh, let me just, bang out a 2-hour movie." I will watch 3 hours of a TV show.
3 hours.
3 to 8 hours of a TV show, but I won't.
I'm happy to say though that the COVID crisis has forced my hand. Now I am watching movies on like the TV, and this is because I can't take planes anymore. If I would be able to take planes and there was like normal life, I wouldn't watch movies. Like, who wants to do that? But now I'm watching movies
every night.
I don't watch a movie every night. I would say that during the past year, I have watched more movies than I ever have. For sure, that's maybe the weird factor of having not seen most of the films that have come out this past year, but having seen more films this year than ever before. But I find it very easy to watch a movie all the time.
Apparently, I think last year I watched all of them.
I just got a notification for some reason that we lost access to our Facebook account. I don't know what to do about that right
now. We did gain viewers when we lost access to Facebook.
I think Facebook was doing some weird. They were viewer gouging us. They were taking our viewers. They were putting them into other live streams.
Yeah. Okay, I would like to. May I just show this?
Do whatever you want.
Okay. I want to show Michelle's video because I comment because I agree. Like, why does it just have to be honorable mentions for movies?
No, it's for movies. But let me say something. There's you can bend the rules as much as you want, but it's good to have them because when you bend them, it's funny. So that's why my rule is going to be. So if you want to give Oscars to your barista, please go ahead. Maybe they deserve one. But this is going to be the rule, right?
Yeah, this is the rule that you absolutely should break for comedic effect.
Thank you. I'm happy we cleared the air on that, because people sometimes know, wow, is this a rule that I can break for comedic effect or not? And generally the answer is yes.
Yeah. So as for the theme of Nacho, what Nacho wanted was for us to have who deserved to get an Oscar, who deserved to get that, right? That didn't get one. That was what you kind of were hoping.
Right. Yeah. And
so for me, this is a challenge because I would say that there are too many things I can possibly name.
Right, exactly. And for me, it's a challenge because I can tell you the first thing I thought when I said oh my God, okay. I was trying to think what deserves an Oscar. So I thought, okay, this movie deserves an Oscar. Rocky, it's a great fucking movie. It's underrated. It's brilliant writing, amazing acting. The cinematography is spectacular. it truly deserves an Oscar.
But here's the problem,
question is that
Nacho, because there's no one who says that like Rocky is not a good or popular movie. Like, it's
no,
not...
but that's not the question. The question is that Rocky has an Oscar.
Oh, it does.
Yes, I know. So that's the way that's my problem. You will come up with a lot of like great movies that probably deserved an Oscar. I come up with movies that actually have Oscars.
Yeah.
And I just have no idea.
What is an Oscar for? Best screenplay? Is that what it's?
Best movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The
I can
thing
share.
is,
Can I share screen?
how do you? I guess maybe I'm underprepared for the show, but I didn't really look up Oscar winners.
Really?
Did you?
Oh, I mean, I have them all memorized.
Okay.
Oh, Nacho has them all memorized.
Good.
Are we seeing my screen?
Yeah.
Yes.
So Rocky won Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Film Editing. They deserve it.
They deserve it. So your example was, just completely off base.
Okay, no. In this example, like the only thing that's slightly off base is Sylvester Stallone. I think Sylvester Stallone deserved either screenplay or best actor because, like,
now the truth comes out, Nacho. Your opinion is that Rocky should have swept the Oscars.
Yeah, right. Yes. My opinion is that Rocky should have swept the Oscars. And if you don't agree with me, you should fucking watch Rocky again.
Yeah,
like, it's amazing. Like from the acting of Sylvester Stallone, but you guys got frozen for a second.
Oh, maybe because I wanted to open up a tab to look up something, but maybe since you have your tab open, I wanted to say while we're talking about boxing that if I'm not mistaken, one of the biggest Oscar snubs was that Raging Bull didn't win Best Picture, and Martin Scorsese didn't win Best Director until way later in his career. If we're getting very serious about the topic here, that is a genuine thing people refer to as a huge snub.
I think it's very important. Why would we get really serious about this topic? I mean, this is an award that is chosen by a group of men who choose what movie deserves to get some kind of award. It doesn't matter. None of it matters. The only good thing about the Oscars is the parties that people throw, and it's the only good thing about the Super Bowl is the parties that people throw.
Okay, we just need to highlight some comments before we get to the movie more. Michelle is saying, can we change the topic? Michelle, you've already heard the rule as stated that you can call in, which you know how to do, and we know you know how to do, and you can change the topic by being smart and by pretending that you were calling about a topic.
Look, Michelle, I couldn't agree with you more, and I'm in this. And
you came here to have fun, and you're feeling more sad and lonely than before you turn this on. This is not fair to us.
Oh my God, that's not fair.
But
okay, then we need to highlight other comments by Noah, who says, "Do your Stallone impressions."
Okay, this is important.
Do them now. No, don't change the subject. Stallone impressions now.
Okay, you want to start?
I don't know. Yeah, I'll start doing my.
So this is a new section of the show called Stallone impressions now.
So he goes to she works at the pet store, right?
Okay, we have to create a scenario. Yeah.
What are you doing? Is that food for pets? Adrian, is that food for pets?
Yes,
I like food.
Can I help you find some food for your pet?
Oh, I'm just playing along. I don't have a pet. You think I should have a pet? I don't know. Adrian! Okay. That's it.
This is really bad. That's really bad.
What?
Yeah.
Can I just...
Okay, I think it's Matilda's turn to do it.
No, I'm not going to do
frozen.
I'm not going to do a Stallone impression. And I feel like every woman who is around is can we move on? And every dude is let's do Stallone impression.
All right, I'm going to do a Stallone impression. So this is Stallone at the he's at the flower shop, right? Hey, can I get I need some roses for Adrian.
That's pretty good. Yeah. I think that's pretty good. Yeah.
Thank you.
Matilde, I think you're taking over the show because Katinskaya, who is like one of our main listeners, is agreeing with you. So I think,
although she may have been saying yes, how good the impressions were.
Oh yeah. Your impression was very good. Okay, right. Matilde, you don't have to do a
Stallone impression.
I don't know if I could do a Stallone impression.
Italian stallion.
I'd have to watch guys. I'm gonna come out. I think I have to. I think I don't know how long into the show, but I've never seen Rocky.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
No, what? Mati. Okay, let me just. I know this show is not about Rocky. Wait, Mati. I know that this show is not about Rocky, and I know that it's a movie about a boxer. Blah blah blah. You should watch Rocky because like the movie, the richness of the movie is about the relationships, and I think there hasn't been like relationships like that portrayed in cinema. Like I'm honest. Like the flirting of Rocky and Adrian and their whole relationship is the most awkward thing I've ever seen on a movie screen. So I think like you should watch it.
Okay. Thank you, Jamie Elder. I think it's okay to not have seen Rocky. I feel seen. I feel heard.
I'd like to say I also think it's okay to have not seen Rocky. I think Nacho has a strong affinity for the movie, and that's
okay.
We're getting a lot of never seen Rocky.
Yes.
We picked a bad movie to talk.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I'm so happy about this because I finally, usually I'm in rooms. I'm in rooms with a bunch of like improv nerd boys, and everyone's like, oh yeah.
Oh my God.
And improv nerd boys, all that. Yes,
yeah, that's what we do all the time. Yeah, and.
Oh my God. Okay. Oh my God. This is amazing. This is what happens when you out yourself and then everyone feels like they have the right to say it.
Create a space.
You create a space for honesty.
Yeah. Feels like we lost our show.
No. See? But I think Noah, Nacho, and Trevor could go into a room together and have a really good time going, yeah.
Can we do breakout rooms?
Adrian! Okay, let's.
Well, we have a caller.
We have a caller.
I think they want to talk all about films. They're big film buffs. So
they're super excited to talk about films.
Without further ado, let's bring in resident cinema expert Michelle with one out. Oh, the Avatar is up this time.
Oh, why is that?
Oh, hey.
That might be my fault. Are you comfortable with your Avatar being up?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Hi, Michelle.
So Matilda, I was wondering, can I make a risotto with a green asparagus and broccoli?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think that I probably personally would leave out the broccoli and just make it green asparagus.
I have to use the broccoli before it goes bad,
Okay, then blanch the broccoli and kind of whiz it up into smaller pieces. And
Michelle, sorry to stop you, Mati. Michelle, could I ask you a question? It's about broccoli. So, so when you think of broccoli, which Oscar award do you think it should win? Do you think it's a best actress kind of situation? Is it a screenplay?
No, I think broccoli is probably the never appreciated supporting side.
Whatever that role is called.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never appreciated.
Risotto is for me is definitely a leading lady with a drug problem.
Yeah.
So anyway, make sure that when you make the asparagus risotto, you got to make sure to keep the tips separate of the green asparagus.
Oh. Okay.
Because those are very
delicate.
So keep the tips aside and cut up the stalk and add that with the onion and the stalk, add the rice. And then at the end, I would add the whizzed up broccoli and the tips to cook all together.
If I could just add one thing, that risotto sounds like it would pair really well with a a film, perhaps from this year, like First Cow, I think would be a nice pairing with asparagus risotto.
Yeah, so Jiu-Jitsu, thank you. That's what I recommended as well, for sure.
Thank you, Jiu-Jitsu.
You know, I actually did a movie marathon sort of thing kind of recently where I watched one movie every night of the week when I took a few days off.
Oh, wow.
How was that for you?
Yeah, it was good. I watched the Twilight movies for the first time.
Nice.
I have to say, my only regret is that I had to watch them alone. I had so much fun. I was laughing hysterically. I yelled. There's a big moment where I screamed, literally screamed.
Like scream laugh.
I screamed and I said, "Oh my fucking God, I can't believe that happened. I can't believe that happened." Fair. But like even louder than I just did right now, like louder.
I had a moment like that recently. It was a movie I ended up really liking, but where I was just sitting here being like, "Oh, come on. Like, are you fucking kidding me?" And then I ended up really liking it. But
I have that when I watch Gossip Girl. You guys familiar? It's
my God.
TV show. But the plot is so bad that I'm constantly going like, "Oh, come on. You're kidding me. There's no way that's true."
Yeah, I love that. I love Gossip Girl. I love predicting the plot moves. It's so much fun.
Yeah, I don't think I watch a lot of like award worthy stuff because I'm just really leaning into trash TV and movies right now.
Let's talk about that, Michelle. I think it's important.
Is there honorable? It's an honorable mention.
Like, look, you know what? I recently watched Notting Hill again, and I thought to myself, "Damn, that's a fine movie."
But that's a movie. That's a fine movie. But like, I think like if we're going to trash TV, I think like a lot of trash TV deserves awards.
Well, I could tell you what I think. I think peak trash TV right now is Riverdale. Have you ever watched this?
No.
Riverdale has gotten so trashy. I made a mistake where so a season just finished. I got five episodes into the season. They were coming out once a week. And then I took a break to watch something else. I don't remember what it was. Some other trashy fantasy TV show. And then I came back to it, and it was like my tolerance had dropped, and I couldn't get through a full episode. I couldn't get through a full episode without pausing and walking away because it was so cringy. And so I'll never make that mistake again. If you start Riverdale, you've got to finish it straight through. No breaks.
I mean, that's how I feel about Gossip Girl. It's like I started it and I was really binging through it. And then I got to season 3 and I took a break. And then when I started again, I had to like get back into the mindset of like, this is dumb bullshit. So in order to enjoy it, I very much have to get to a place in my mind that I love it. Mm-hmm. But then I do very quickly. And then I stay up all night and I ruin the next day. Mm. But I was thinking more like you were going to talk about like trash reality TV.
Yeah.
No,
that's my jam.
I've been sticking more to like fantasy and like teen stuff. teen dramas. You know, like
Michelle,
Riverdale's supposed to be for kids.
But there's a bunch of new shows on Netflix that are kind of teen. Like there's this like the one that they do magic. That they have powers.
The Order. That's the one that I watched.
Yeah.
It got canceled after 2 seasons, which is very disappointing.
I have no idea what any of you are talking about right now.
Yeah, there's so much trash TV lately on Netflix that it's a lot of it is it's worth the while if you're into that kind of stuff.
What I do know, Jiu-Jitsu, John Waters retrospective. Yes, this is Jiu-Jitsu. Call in. We can talk about cinema.
So I started watching Shadowhunters as a joke, but then I became so invested in it, and that got canceled after 6 seasons. And then I found out it was based on these like young adult fantasy books, so I read all the books. And you know, actually I have to say, this is a serious comment. It was quite interesting what they did with the TV show, where it wasn't a situation where you could just say it's worse than the books. They like actually made interesting, different choices that if you had read the books first, it would keep you on your toes.
Right. So what do we call that? Adapted screenplay. I think we're right to something, Michelle. Here, you want an adapted screenplay award for Shadowhunters.
Sure.
Now that would be
the writing is really, really bad.
I think more TV shows should make film, like have a film version of them. Like I just watched, as an example, the Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me. I'd never seen that before. Has anyone else seen the Twin Peaks Fire Walk?
I tried to watch Twin Peaks and I couldn't.
Same.
Yeah.
I pretended to enjoy Twin Peaks for this guy I was dating in New York, and I would go over there and watch it with his roommates and be like, loving it.
Oh, I'm reading Dune for the first time.
And
yeah, excited. Are you excited about the movie coming up?
Yeah, that's part of why I'm reading it. And there's an old movie, right?
Yeah.
Also, so I want to finish the book, watch the old movie, and then I don't know when the new movie comes out.
Yeah. Well, I mentioned Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me. Jamie Older took 3 attempts to get through Fire Walk with Me. So bad, I beg to differ. I think it's better than the series.
Wow.
Oh, sorry about that.
And Josh Towson is surprised that Michelle made it through Shadowhunters.
Actually, Emma recommended it to me, so she got through it first.
And Michelle, have you watched Legacies?
No, I haven't. I'll put that on my list.
I'm so glad there's someone in here who just would enjoy me.
The comments are very active tonight.
I want to say, like, to bring Katinskaya's comment again, like she watches the show all the time, so she deserves better. So I think we should do our Blanche Broccoli impressions.
Okay, I can start.
I can fuck with that.
Okay.
Blanched broccoli.
Blanched broccoli. Okay.
Well, I am just blanched broccoli.
Wow.
I think it's an interesting character choice to say what you are in general. You know, it usually we do show.
My, I am so blanched. I'm blanched broccoli.
That's brilliant, Trevor. That's
Sort of
Blanche Dubois.
Southern blanched broccoli.
Are you doing Blanche Dubois from A Streetcar Named Desire?
That's
what you're doing?
Thank you. Yes.
You're welcome.
I've never seen someone play broccoli be so intellectualized.
Yeah. Well, wasn't that something to witness then?
Okay, Matthew, what's your broccoli?
Okay. I need to
just you need to center the camera.
Yeah, I think I need to do this. I need to do this alone.
Wow.
Okay.
That's pretty accurate. I would say that's the Italian neorealist approach to.
Okay, this is my Blanche broccoli. Oh my God, that sauna is hot. That's it.
Nice.
Okay, all right.
And Michelle, what's your audio impression of Blanche broccoli?
Ow, 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 what is this? Ow.
Very good.
Very good, very good.
Great, and that was the section of Blanche broccoli impressions now.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, and
so
the reviews were great for everybody, by the way. Brilliant. Laugh, cry, tilt head emoji. Bravo.
Matilda, let's say I didn't have any white wine, which I know is an important ingredient.
Okay.
What would I use instead?
A little bit of white wine vinegar diluted in water.
Okay. Someone else suggested lemon juice.
Yeah, or lemon juice with water. It's just like you're trying to get a little bit of acidity in.
Anyway, thanks, Michelle, for calling us.
Wow, we're out now.
No, because we have
another. Oh, right. I forgot I'm not logged in as an admin today. Okay, fine.
What?
Okay.
Wow.
What
You
you
were gonna
say?
do that?
What would you do?
No, I thought that I was gonna say wow, and there's not even another caller lined up, and you're kicking me out. But then I realized I can't see the other callers.
There is another caller, and we're very excited about this next caller. But we were also super happy that you called, and that we managed to like get an adapted screenplay.
Thank you for keeping us on theme after all.
Thank you so much, Michelle.
Bye, Michelle.
Thanks.
Bye, Michelle.
Very exciting, and I guess we just keep the calls rolling. Keep them coming in, people. They're still here. Don't worry, they're still here. So
just keep calling us. We need
this
you.
is a first time caller, but they've been tuning into the show pretty often. But I've seen them in the comments already tonight. Please welcome Jade Jitsu. Jade, hi, hello.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, we can.
Okay, cool.
How's it going?
Cool. Yeah, pretty good. You guys are talking about a couple of subjects I'm very very interested in, that being cinema and all sorts of film type genres, whether they're on TV serials or what have you, and cooking.
Oh.
So we can really, the conversation can go in any direction.
Yeah.
I see you've got a pepper mill
I
or
was gonna
something.
say, is it a pepper mill? Is it a coffee mill? Is it a spice mill?
This is my Hario ceramic burr coffee grinder. It's a coffee grinder, and one of my favorite kitchen tools.
Yeah, it looks very nice. So great. So where can people find this on
any like gourmet coffee shop, I suppose. Any roast, maybe a micro roastery. They usually that sells equipment and stuff. You could probably find it at a place like that.
Very nice. So check out your local coffee shops. I love that. That was what I was hoping the answer would be. I realized I set you up for potentially telling people to go to a major
just say it
online. No,
say it.
I don't need to say it. We already are streaming on it. Anyway, is there a particular subject you want to talk about within this wide range of topics?
You invited me to call in after seeing my comment on John Waters, and I have my biggest problem with watching films with people is, especially when you're trying to decide on what to watch when there's like more than just two of you. Even when it's just two people trying to decide on what to watch, it's sometimes difficult to agree on what will be viewed. And well, I'm myself, I'm a huge fan of all genres. You know, John Waters, old film noir, or even those like the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, or even the Fritz Lang films. I love those. Like my ultimate favorite is M, one of my favorite favorite films with very young Peter Lorre.
I just watched that again recently, and I think it's okay for me to say this, even though it's live streaming on Facebook, where like friends and family are watching. But I ate mushrooms, and I watched that, and I started coming up with mushrooms at the very end when Peter Lorre is screaming and on trial, and it was not a good moment to be coming up.
Horrifying.
It was very, very, very unnerving. I will say that.
Oh my goodness! Why would you do that to yourself?
I thought I was having I had a great night afterwards, but I had to kind of have a nice palate cleanser afterwards, and really.
What was your palate cleanser?
I probably put on music and danced for a while by myself in my apartment. But yeah, this is for anyone who hasn't seen him. It's about a child murder.
Oh my god. Okay. I find it fun how Trevor's like palate cleanser. I was trying to think when I think of a palate cleanser, like if I watch a movie that is too dark or something, I put some trash TV and some like reality TV shows.
I watch like an episode of Friends or
exactly,
something
something dumb. But Trevor's is like, no, he's just dancing and playing music alone.
Yeah, you might have missed the part where I said I was on mushrooms, Nacho.
Right.
I think I think a good palate cleanser. One series we finished binging on was Schitt's Creek. Have you guys caught this show? It's Eugene Levy and his son Daniel Levy. They wrote, produced, and directed this series. It ran for 6 seasons. It's about this rich, well-to-do family that lost everything and were forced to live in this podunk backwaters town called Schitt's Creek. The mayor is played by Chris Elliott.
Chris Elliott.
Yeah, Chris Elliott. Catherine O'Hara plays Eugene Levy's quirky wife, who used to play on these like odd off-Broadway productions and some soap operas, really cheesy soap operas. And so she has this personality of like this old, over sunsetted star, and trying to come to terms with living in a roadside motel after living in mansion and luxury. The dialogue is phenomenal. The characterization is really fantastic. I recommend this series if you haven't watched it yet. Schitt's Creek. Eugene Levy, cast of the old Second City TV, Christopher Guest crew. It's fantastic.
That's a great endorsement.
I was going to say that was the most beautifully described television show. Like, I haven't heard someone describe television in such beautiful and carefully selected detail as you just have.
Yeah.
It's almost like you've done this before.
No, it's fresh in my psyche. I'm just still riding on that wave of the series. It's fantastic. Yeah. And it's what I think American TV should be more like, and it's it has to come from Canada if it's going to be broadcasted anywhere in America, because it's not within their capacity to produce something like this, I don't think. With the studios that are in that have the market in America, it's not likely that a series like this could be produced in an American studio, unfortunately.
You got a lot of great responses in the chat of people that love Schitt's Creek. Me too. Best show I've seen in years. So that's a good.
Most importantly.
Oh man, JJ. Yeah, sorry for killing him.
Nice. Yeah. But I want to don't let escape this kind of thing that we found here of palette cleansers, and I think that could be an Oscar category in itself. It's something
that palette cleanser.
Yeah, best palette cleanser.
Hey, Leah Katz coming in hard with the jokes tonight.
Wow.
Oh wow. Yeah. So, what are your favorite? I think because Jiu-Jitsu said that was their favorite palette cleanser. So I think what are your Oscars for palette cleansers, guys?
Oh gosh.
Obviously, this can be anything, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I think for me, it's an easy choice. I think for me, the best palette cleanser is Friends. I can always, whatever way I need my palette to be cleansed, it's Friends. I actually recently, when I was staying up all night watching Gossip Girl, and I was like, it's too much. I'm losing. I watched the Friends to cleanse my palette and go to sleep.
That's true. When you need a palette cleanser from your palette cleanser, that says a lot.
Yeah.
I think back to Friends, for me, the best scene that can work as a palate cleanser for anything for me is that scene where they're eating the cheesecake off of the floor. Joey comes in, he's looking at them, he pulls out a fork. What are we having?
What are we eating? Yeah.
That's the best.
Yeah, what are we having? I think what are we having?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a brilliant scene.
Beautiful. Yeah. See,
Guys,
we're giving Oscars away.
Guys, thanks for having me. I'm gonna drop.
Yeah,
Talk to you guys again soon.
Thank you
so much for calling.
Thank you for such a beautiful description of a TV show. It will stay in my mind.
I think if people haven't seen it already, they probably will now.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Cheers.
That was very nice.
Yeah,
love
nice.
when we get a new caller, first time, long time. Is that the term? Yeah, first time caller, long time watcher.
Yeah, if anybody else around wants to call us, lines are open. You can discuss any of the things that we discussed today.
Comments are high. You can also just keep chatting in the comments. To answer the palate cleanser thing, I can't think of anything if I'm being completely honest.
It's because you never need your palate.
You don't watch. Yeah, you don't watch.
You don't watch trash. Like you do not have a relationship to trash. Like there's nothing in you. You don't even like TV shows really like that are trashy. You don't like sitcoms.
Or like maybe let's say you watched the movie that was really good, like you always do, but like it was too good and too kind of dark, and you wanted to cleanse your palate. You would probably cleanse your palate with a as good movie, but that is kind of like softer in subject.
All right, I got to check. Matilda was typing something. What did you just say?
Oh my god! Yeah, what the hell is going on? You can pretend like you heard me. I was asking, like, let's say you watch the movie and it's a good movie, but it's very deep, and you would probably cleanse your palate with a still very good movie, but that is less kind of deep or less dark, right?
Yeah.
You have a go-to movie, for example, that is something that you watch when you go like, okay, I need to watch something.
I don't have a relationship like that.
He doesn't. He's not like us.
I guess. Okay.
Okay. No, you're different.
No, here's literally like the only thing I can think of. Sparkling water. Sparkling water is my palate cleanser in life, I think.
That's it. That's it.
Like I need
you watch.
Sparkling
you watch
water.
a movie. You watch a movie. It's super depressing. Like it bumps you down a lot. You just drink a little bit of sparkling water and you're good.
Not even a liter. Just just
a little bit.
A little fresh glass of sparkling water.
Oh my god!
I don't know. It's like sometimes with Trevor, it's like everything I'm not, he is.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like I'll watch a movie that is like makes me think about something a little bit too much, and I'll have like 2 glasses of wine and watch a season of Friends, and he's like, "Ooh, I just had a shot of Spreekwe. I'm all set."
And the Oscar goes to Spreekwe.
Oh, we gotta move on with calls.
Richard Killing. Yeah, we need calls. We have so many calls on the line.
Keep them loaded. Keep the lines loaded. Don't hesitate if you want to talk to us.
So let's go to our next caller, friend of the show, Josh. Hey, Josh. What's going on with the avatars?
I kind of like the avatar thing because it gives me something to direct my attention to other than myself.
Okay,
There's a way to get rid. Should I get rid of that for you?
No.
I know what I did wrong.
I know that you have the controls and the ability to do that, but no.
Hey guys, do you want me to take over your show for you?
No.
How's it going, Josh?
Good. I was teaching until 9 o'clock, so I didn't jump on until about 1:15. So I'm still playing catch up. I don't quite understand the topic.
Oh, really?
Oh, don't worry about it, Josh.
Topic was very
honorable mentions, but why are movies honorable mentions?
What?
As opposed to.
Well, I'm just saying why. Like the topic is honorable mentions, right?
Of course, it's very clear to everyone watching the show.
Yeah. But then why are we talking about movies?
I don't understand your question.
Because tonight, Josh, tonight is okay. I'm gonna instead of joke about it, I'm gonna tell you. Maybe you are confused.
Okay.
Tonight is the Oscars, so we were talking about like what are our honorable mentions, like movies that never made it, or things in other categories that never made it to an Oscar but deserve an Oscar, right?
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Oh, that's a nice coincidence because I saw a movie last night. I'm not sure if it was Oscar worthy necessarily, but it was a movie that I thought like, oh, I didn't hear anything about this. So underrated, at least to me. The Vast of Night. Have you heard about this movie?
No.
No? I'm being totally serious.
Give us a pitch.
But just so you know, we are the standard for pitches is insanely high.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is maybe not gonna meet that necessarily, but it was a really sweet, solid movie. It was like really slow paced. It felt like a radio play, but done like in movie form. It's like a little bit sci-fi-y, but you can't tell if it's going to be sci-fi for pretty much the entire movie. It's definitely like a Twilight Zone homage, but just the way it was done, Trevor's like laughing like he's not taking me seriously, but I'm being earnest.
No, I know you're being earnest. I think, unfortunately, the show has been anything but earnest in its attempt to talk.
I see. See, I missed it.
Not because of anything of my own volition, to be honest with you. I would love to sit here and chat about The Vast of Night all night, Josh. You and me.
Okay, well, I can talk about a shitty movie. I can definitely talk about a shitty movie that I just saw. Is that what we're talking about?
I think more like
Richard's bringing up Silo.
Wow.
No, Josh, please do talk about the movie that you want to talk about. Don't feel threatened by Trevor does this laughter thing that always makes one feel like one shouldn't say what one's saying, but you can say what you're saying.
Is that what makes people feel like?
Sometimes.
I've been trying to watch really shitty action movies just to kind of, like, as my palate cleanser is just like the shittiest action movies, but I tend to do that on Netflix because that's where all the shitty action movies are. So Netflix's algorithm for me is totally fucked. Like it thinks I watch the worst movies. So the movies that it recommends are getting progressively worse. And it recommended Olympus Has Fallen, and I was like, all right, whatever. And I have never been so angry at like a shitty action movie. Like I shouldn't be so upset, but the movie is so in like every way was just so bad. Like, please don't ever watch that movie even if you want a shitty palate cleanser. Anyway.
Right. Josh, I think we're confused about the topic of the thing. Like, we don't want you to talk about like great movies. We don't want you to talk about shit movies. Yeah, I want you to talk about like movies that Michelle wants you to talk about risotto, but like
I can talk about risotto. I love risotto for 5 bites, and the 6th bite, I'm like, I'm done with risotto. I never want to have this again.
Controversial opinion.
Actually, I don't think it's that controversial of an opinion, because the thing is, 90% of risotto on this earth is average to bad.
You saying my risotto is bad?
That's true.
No. I'm saying all risotto lives on that spectrum.
Yeah.
Small amount of risotto that lives in the unbelievable spectrum, most of us don't eat it that often.
But that's true.
I feel like it's a good side. Yeah. I could eat a lot of lasagna. I could eat a lot of lasagna.
No, because like risotto. You can have average pasta and be like, that's pretty good. But average risotto, 6 bites. He's right.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah. But it's also just too thick and creamy. Even really amazing risotto, I want it as like a little side thing to something else.
Anyway. Yeah, in Milan they serve it as a side to ossobuco, which is
that sounds amazing.
Anyway, Josh, the topic was not like great movies or like shitty movies or even risotto. Like I know, like they want you. Like they want us to do.
They want me to do a Josh impression.
You start with the Josh impression, Josh.
I just give me anything. I'll do a Josh impression. Risotto. Fucking risotto. It's great for 5 bites, and then the 6th bite is fucking bullshit.
Oh my god, that's so Josh.
That was so
Josh.
Oh my god.
I'll do a Josh impression.
Yeah.
I can take control of the stream if you want me to.
There's a little too many uhs in there for Josh impression.
You want to go now? Yeah.
I love cameras.
How come everyone's dropping their voice and making me sound like a Californian?
All right.
Okay, Josh, the topic of the show.
I'm so full after this 6th bite of risotto. I'm gonna go watch Olympus Has Fallen.
Wait, I got another one. I like for lunch. I'll have just a sandwich. I don't need a side.
Oh,
wow!
That's personal. That was personal.
That's a call to a show.
At all.
Wow,
That was
amazing.
the perfect impression. I'm actually surprised how gentle you all were on me. Thank you. Nacho, what's the show about?
Like you.
So the show is not about the best movie. It's not about the shitty movie. It's not about risotto. It's not about Josh impressions. The show is about what deserves an Oscar that hasn't gotten it. It can be a movie. It can be not a movie. It can be a thing. It can be a new category of Oscars.
So it doesn't have to be film related, but then it's not Oscars.
Well,
Josh,
but that's the point.
I really
That's
don't
the
know
joke.
why you're trying to argue with them. It's like a moot point at this point.
It's just underrated stuff. It's just underrated things.
I guess that's basically what it is in the end. It's
you know
kind of
what?
not what we started
Guys,
with, but that is.
You know what I think is like highly underrated?
What?
Is peeing when you've had to pee for a long time.
Oh my god, that's the best.
Underrated. That's the most incredible thing in the world.
I don't think we talk about it. I
underrated.
don't think we talk about it enough. And I think that people pee too quickly. You know what I mean? Like they allow themselves to pee when they first have to pee. But if you really hold your pee and then you pee, it's like you feel alive.
Well, I feel attacked now.
Yeah, because you feel a lot.
Wow. So Jitsu said, "Ouch." And Noah says, "Need to pee badly." Impressions. Go.
I can do I'll do my 5-year-old needing to pee badly. I gotta pee. Oh, I peed in my pants.
Such as Josh.
There's a bit of a, just want to catch people up in case they're not paying attention. There's a bit of a side conversation that's started in Michelle with one else. I had lasagna for breakfast.
Katinskaya has been talking about pasta.
Yeah, and then Katinskaya replied to Michelle, "Was it good? I love lasagna." And then Michelle said, "My lasagna was good. It was a sausage and bear pesto lasagna from Caligari in Chilaquiles." I
cannot believe we missed this comment for Michelle. Do an impression of Josh doing a tight 5 on risotto.
Okay, so the problem with this is that we would all have to do a tight 5.
But I think it's genius. Like, so I was giving my kids risotto, and they were like,
yes.
I don't like rice. And then...
Oh, can you please do it? Just do a whole show with people doing different types of impressions of me doing different
Let's do it for your birthday, Josh. When's your birthday? We'll all do a tight 5, like pretending to be Josh. It's great.
It's Josh karaoke. I feel like I need to jump off and let you carry on with the rest of your show.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Jump off. Come on.
Thanks, Josh. Thanks a lot.
Thank you,
everybody. That was Josh Stelson. So we're getting to the last call of the show, and before our last call, we have our last call drink with Bar Cam. Hey, Cam.
Hey, Cam.
Hey guys, how are you doing today?
How are you doing? You look like you had you're coming of an after party or something.
Yeah. What was the after party like?
So I was thinking about the theme, and I'm trying to channel what it would be feel like to really think you deserved an Oscar, and like get all ready, and to look good, and then not get it. So this is, and I think that, you think about Oscars, you think about like people popping champagne, or maybe, like the colored gold, there's like a gold rush cocktail, or, things like that. But if I thought I deserved something, I didn't get it, fuck all that. I need a stiff drink. So today we're making my preferred martini.
I just want to say before you start, our last caller just dropped off.
No.
Please, last caller, come back. Or someone else come back, but please, that specific last caller, come back. Thank you.
So yeah, this is how I make my martinis when I want a martini. I like dirty martinis, but this isn't a dirty martini. This is a dry martini. I'm going to start with 2 dashes of orange bitters. I'm using Fee. You can use Regan's. You can use any orange bitters you like. 2 ounces of gin. Normally, I like a London dry gin. This is the autumn gin from Short Path Distillery in nearby Everett, Massachusetts. It's 2 ounces or 60 milliliters.
Nice.
Local. You're getting lots of local shout outs tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, this autumn gin is really nice. It's got some nice spice notes and orange notes, which are going to play nice with those orange bitters. I like mine 2-1. I think people under vermouth there. There's like this whole thing about, you know, martini should be just like a big cup of cold booze. And as much as I love a big cup of cold booze, I think people make their martinis like there's especially this like toxic masculinity thing of like, I like my martinis extra dry, like a super dry martini. What they mean with that is they want a martini with less vermouth, and it's not good. And people just order it because they think that's what a good martini is, and most bartenders will just ignore them. So that was
I you so much.
You're creating fans, Cam.
That's great. I'm using Dolan dry vermouth. The fun thing about martinis is if you like martinis, just playing with different vermouths and gins goes a really long way. But I like a 2-1. And if I wanted to, if I was actually disappointed, right, I'd be making a bigger martini because these giant glasses, you know, big martini glasses, these are huge. You can put like almost 2 martinis in this. And maybe if it wasn't Sunday and I was trying to get things done, that's what I would be doing. But I am chilling this is a Nick and Nora glass. So I'm gonna crack some ice fresh.
Sorry, Cam. I'm watching Matilda have a heart attack almost like while you're talking. This drink, she wants it.
It's just everything I feel about a martini is being spoken, and it's the same glass I use, and it's just amazing. And I'm so jealous that you get to drink it now.
Yeah.
You know, and I would say for people who are scared of martinis, you maybe haven't had a good martini, or maybe, you know, you haven't had good gin. I'm gonna stir this until I feel like it's done and it's good and cold. The whole shaken versus stirred thing. A lot of it, you know, people talk about dilution. It depends on how cold. If you want your martini ice cold, then it's going to get diluted the same amount no matter whether or not you shake it or stir it. But what it's there really for is mouthfeel, right? If you shake something, you're going to incorporate a lot of bubbles into it, and the whole point of a martini is having, you know, that like silky, smooth mouthfeel. You know, kind of lose that in a shaken martini. That's why like the 007, like James Bond martini, is widely regarded as like a kind of a bad martini recipe. That who knew what, you know.
So stirred, not shaken. That's what we should say.
Yeah, I mean, order martini how you like it. But I would say that unless you have, if you're just ordering it shaken, not stirred because of James Bond, it's a bad reason.
But if you're ordering it shaken because you like it better shaken, is that a good reason?
Yeah, if you like it better, like you should have the drink that you like, right? I'm just saying, like, there are all these tropes out there about, you know, what like a good martini is, and it's the martini that you like. But I'm just telling people, if you want to start with like the basic, like if you just go to most bartenders and say, make me a martini, it's going to be something a lot closer to this with their preferred gin.
Cam, you know that it's like really hard to get a martini in Europe at a bar.
Really?
Yeah, it's like almost impossible.
Why?
I don't know, but at least in Berlin, I have not found a bar that will make me a martini. Although I haven't been in a bar in a pretty long time, so.
So you can use. I'm using an orange peel. You can use a lemon peel. You know, I got a good peel off of it. I expressed the orange. I rubbed it around the rim. You can do something nice like fold it and perch it on the glass. You know, something like that. It is a little high of a wash line, but I'm just gonna disregard this. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my god, I'm dying.
I think I've never had a martini, so this.
Yeah. Well, let's change that.
So I bet I would like this one though.
I'm salivating so intensely.
I don't know if I'm still on my own mic or not.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
I'll step away from Nacho so we get less interference between our two audio feeds. But like, if you think you hate martinis, well, first of all, if you think you hate gin, start with like a bee's knees, right? You know, gin is it's a hugely wide variety of alcohols, and
This is strong.
Yeah.
I like that it's very cold, but I think it's strong for me. Beautiful. Too strong for me.
Thank you, Cam, so much.
Cam.
I'm sorry for all the martini fans out there, but like, it's too strong for me.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I would have.
We've learned so much. Oh my god.
So now it's time to take our last caller. I would like to say the person who was on the line originally did not come back, and they'll have to call in next time.
But I think that they had probably had a good.
They might have a good reason why they couldn't have. There's some
Right.
probably. They might have had a screaming reason that they couldn't come back.
Right.
Might have been why. But swooping in to save the day, like he did last week, to call in at the end, and has decided he doesn't want to turn his camera off. And I'm going to wait a moment until he does, because there we go. It's Richard Killiam. Oh, hi, Richard.
Hey, Richard Killiam.
Sorry, I got used to last week's hosting. Frequent caller here, I guess.
A little loosey-goosey with the rules last week.
Yeah,
Frequent caller, former host, you can say.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Well, I don't know. Are we allowed to talk about movies, or am I supposed to talk about Italian food or movies? These are the two topics, it seems like. Honorable mentions in either category.
I feel like you can talk about whatever you want at this point.
Because it is always fun. That I do feel like there's sort of an old a bone picking situation between Nacho and Matilda regarding salads and what constitutes a salad. And
are you taking there, Rich? Are you taking it there, Rich?
I could, but I thought it was like an Oscars thing, and I thought Tenet was the only movie that came out last year, and it's not nominated for a single Oscar.
That's not true. It's nominated for, I think, like effects and stuff like that.
Wait, but Richard, by came out, you mean like in the theaters?
I think so. I thought
because like a lot of movies came out last year.
I wouldn't know. I didn't go to any theaters. I thought nobody did. I thought like the Tenet was like supposed to save movies last year. But
this is true. Yes, Christopher Nolan did say that Tenet was going to save the theatrical experience, and that was maybe a misguided quote. Only months before COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I needed a palate cleanser after that movie. And here's something funny about it that I told Trevor already. I didn't know if I liked it. I kind of didn't understand it, but I didn't understand it. Like, I don't think I'm stupid, but it made me feel stupid. And I don't know if a movie is really supposed to do that, even though I appreciate trying to be intelligent. I'm trying to say this without any spoilers. But my cousin, who I've talked about with Matilda, who's like kind of a real life version of Sheldon from Big Bang Theory. I talked to him about, he is the one who was like, well, it's the only movie that came out last year because I guess for him it was. And I was like, yeah, I didn't really get it. And he just goes like in a really arrogant way. He's like, yeah, that doesn't surprise me about you, that you didn't get it. And I don't know if I was just like feeling sensitive that day or what, but I took it like really bad. I was just like, what a dick.
That's a mean thing to say to anybody.
It is a mean thing. I don't know if I was being overly sensitive because I told my friend, "Is like, what do you care about this person's opinion?"
Yeah,
I care about everyone's opinion about me, but that also makes me not mentally healthy.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering if it's a mentally healthy reaction or not. I've simmered down. I mean, now in retrospect, I don't know why I cared, but like my point was that the movie didn't explain itself well. Not that I can't understand the sci-fi concepts introduced in a Hollywood blockbuster, you know? And he's like, well, I have a degree in math, so I get it, you know? I understood the scientific. Nacho would. This is like if Nacho was lording over his
Which is something
degree.
I do all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love doing this.
Well, Nacho's a real Neil deGrasse Tyson when it comes to.
Oh my god.
Oh, are you going to? Okay. Well, our dinner just arrived. Sorry about that.
Wow, terrible. Richard, sorry, but I love like all these things that you're bringing up, but I have to just make sure that we keep up with the show. And like, as Michelle has it here, she says, Michelle, make Richard follow the rules of the show. And
I asked what the rules were.
Okay, so the rule is this, Richard. We're thinking about things in life that deserve an Oscar but didn't get it. It can be other movies that deserved an Oscar but didn't get it. It can be things in life that deserve an Oscar. Like, I don't know, motherhood deserves an Oscar and didn't get it. I don't know. I just came up with that. But like anything, Richard, you can say whatever you want. You can even come up with a new category of things that actually should be a category in the Oscars that deserve Oscars but are currently not like even in existence, like palate cleansers. For example.
All right, well let me tie it
or
back.
you can do an impression of something.
Oh, I can do an impression of Josh?
You could do an impression of Josh, Broccoli, or Sylvester Stallone.
Well, I've already done an impression of Josh. I don't think it was that great on stage. But no, let me try and tie it back. How about honorable mention and possibly the Oscar to people that are very accomplished intellectually, but don't make snide remarks about how they understand concepts and you don't.
So, Richard, I mean,
Like
I don't mean to therapize you, but it does sound like what you're. I don't fucking know. I'm so tired. It does sound like what your cousin said to you has really, it has really affected you on a deeper level than you're willing to admit to yourself.
Well, it did at the time, and now I've been thinking about it, and I'm like, well, it seems ridiculous.
But is it ridiculous because it feels true, because you feel offended that, your intellect was questioned?
Right. Honorable mention to my intellect. That's what it felt like. It felt like an honorable mention. Like, oh, I can't get the Oscar because I didn't get a PhD in something,
In math.
Yeah.
Richard, you're getting support in the chat. Here, Josh says, Tenet is a dumb movie that doesn't make sense, so don't take it hard, Richard.
Yeah, I agree with Josh here. And I think when you told me this, Richard, I think I said this exactly, which is that if this person has a PhD in mathematics and they think that Tenet is a good example of physics, we have some serious problems.
Well, it's like, loosely based on an actual theory like that he knew about. And he was like, well, I know that theory, so of course you don't know it.
Yeah.
Like, but so in terms of being an honorable mention, I felt like an honorable mention, which is what it must feel like. Like if you don't get the Oscar, but they're like, hey, honorable mention to you. You weren't really good enough, but we're going to give you a little honorable mention. We don't really respect what you accomplished that much.
I mean, that's a very interesting interpretation of what the phrase honorable mention literally means.
Well, what does it literally mean?
It's meant to be like, hey, you weren't the best thing, but like we actually think you were really great.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
I think that's what that means.
Yeah, what Richard is saying is that it's like a snide, backhanded remark.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
I do think that, you never want to be the honorable mention in a race or something.
I'll take it.
Yeah, but why?
I think that's a good question to sort of end our show on.
Thanks, Richard. But before we end our show, this is the thing we need to accomplish, right?
So everybody do an impression of Josh, doing an impression of Sylvester Stallone, doing an impression of Broccoli, who really has to pee, but needs everyone to know they got something that no one else does. Okay. Wow. Just everyone take a moment to prepare yourselves, I guess, and then
maybe the show ends while everyone is taking a moment.
well, no kids want to eat me, but I gotta really go. I gotta really go. I gotta go because I really gotta pee, and you don't even know that.
Great, beautiful, wonderful.
That was one of those impressions where you really build in each piece of information as it's read on screen.
But Richard, like, for trying, you get an honorable mention.
You get it.
Anyway, thanks everyone.
And scene.
Thank you so much. Only Richard needs to do that. Richard, thank you.
Thanks, Richard.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Richard, and thanks everyone for watching.
Yeah, thank you so much. Remember, you can go to comedycafeberlin.com/donate if you would like to donate to support the theater, or to comedycafeberlin.com/merch, and you get like a sweatshirt like this. Nice one.
Yeah. I guess that's it. Let's watch the Oscars. Maybe we should like do a post-Oscar show next week.
Yeah, well, you can watch the Oscars. I'm
just kidding. I know that most of our audience would hate to watch that. So
yeah.
So we're not doing a post-Oscar show next week. But we're gonna watch Schitt's Creek and maybe Tenet to see if we understand it. But have a good day and good night.
And thank you, Ginger Sue. Thank you, Kat and Sky. We applaud you.
Thank you all so much. It was a pleasure to be here again. Thank you.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.